Hi everyone, this is Austin from Robliss. I wanted to talk today about Vũng Tàu, Vietnam, and why I love it so much. So if you guys don't know, Vũng Tàu is in the far south of Vietnam, and it's right in between the Mekong Delta and Dong Nai, which are two provinces that produce a lot of fruit and vegetables, but mostly fruit. And the vegetables come from Dalat, farther up north. Vietnam has a lot of different climates, which is cool. So you can go up in the mountains and it's a bit more chilly, and you can come down here and it's tropical. So there's a lot of different foods, and that's my first point. Of course, is the food quality here is better than anywhere else I've traveled or lived before in my life, in terms of everything like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. If you eat meat, it's super fresh. They'll slaughter it right there, right in front of your face. Of course, Vũng Tàu is on the ocean front, so there's tons of seafood, crazy fish that I've never even seen before. And they also produce a lot of fermented foods here in Vietnam. Homemade fermented foods. I haven't really got into those much. I'm not really a big fermented foods fan, but yeah, the food quality here is absolutely incredible, and very reasonable prices. And a lot of places, like traveling as a fruitarian, a lot of places in Asia, they'll just be seasonal. So of course it's seasonal here too, like some of the fruits, but there's a lot of non-seasonal fruits, like dragon fruit, longan, papaya, jackfruit, that are like super high quality year round. And you don't get that in a lot of other Asian countries. Another thing that I love about Vũng Tàu is it's very walkable. There's a lot of nature. You can go, you can hike up the mountain here. You can see the lighthouse. You can, go swimming, of course. You can hike up, see the Jesus statue, and there's lots of forested area up there for hiking, which is amazing. Go see the monkeys. And yeah, so a lot of nature. And in Vietnam in general, there's a lot of parks, which is one of my favorite things. That's something I missed when I was in Malaysia, and well, some parts of Malaysia have it, but like in Indonesia, you can't find like a park, somewhere just to go chill out and eat some fruit when you're out and about. You got to stop at some shrine or some 7-Eleven or something over there, but yeah, it's something I really love here. It's very walkable. It's very, there's a great cycling community. And that's another thing, people here are always they're up in the morning, they're exercising, it's inspiring to see, and it makes you happy seeing other people being healthy, and Vietnamese are, pretty healthy in my opinion, compared to a lot elsewhere in the world. So yeah, the food quality, nature, people are out exercising. Vũng Tàu is pretty, it's not very populated. So elsewhere in Vietnam, it's quite busy and quite polluted. The air quality here is great. I think the highest I've seen was a 40 on the AQI, and that was when there's a lot of tourists. I will say one of the things that I don't like about Vũng Tàu, which there's not very many, but during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, of course, now during lockdown, no one visits, but you'd get a lot of people coming from Saigon, which is a big city, Ho Chi Minh City, and that's only about an hour away drive. So people come down here for the weekend, and it gets a little crowded, it gets a little annoying, and it's a completely different place from during the week. But yeah, so that's something to keep into account as well. Yeah, very walkable, very cyclable. There's a huge cycling community. There's a big calisthenics community as well. They go to the park and use the bars, and a big gym community too. So if you're into that, then there's a community for that. The vibe here is so chill. I was watching like an Eckhart Tolle podcast yesterday. He was on Russell Brand's show. It was amazing. I just loved it so much. But he was talking about how certain areas of the world will have different pain bodies. Like maybe Germany will have like a more heavy pain body, and I'd say in Vietnam, ever since I arrived in Vietnam over a year ago, the energy here is very light, and it just the interactions I have with the locals here are always like excellent. They're always like smiling. They don't take things too seriously here. They're not too strict. Like things are very, very easygoing, and people are just so genuine and caring. Like if you're struggling to do something and like a local sees you or something, they'll try to help you. Like 9 times out of 10, I guarantee it. So yeah, the interaction. I've just had some of the best interactions, and I've created some really strong relationships over the year that I've lived here. Going to my coconut vendor every day, and talking with them on the. I'll use like a translation app or something, and we'll just. Oh, sorry, I have an alarm there. But yeah, the interactions I've had were absolutely amazing. Just conversations, and it's been really great. One of the other things is safety. This is one of the safest places I've felt in Asia. I've never felt the need to lock my motorbike, to lock my, if I'm riding the bicycle, I'll just park it somewhere and I'll just walk along. And some people think I'm, being naive, but truly, like, it's one of the most safest places that I've been. Of course, you want to be aware in all situations, but I've never, like, I don't lock my apartment door, like, it's just really like a great place, great people, genuine people, and they're not trying to screw you over. There's tons of expats on the street I live. There's not many like tourists, like foreigner tourists. It's mostly expats, like people who've lived here for a while, people who are retired. So you don't get many like of those foreigner tourists. I guess you get some tourists from, like I said, from Ho Chi Minh City, like Vietnamese tourists. But most of the tourists, they go up north to like Da Nang, Dalat, Sapa, places like that are a little more touristy. So this is not a touristy area, except for the Vietnamese, people that visit. So I think those are the main points. It's very easy to get around. I love all the fresh pressed orange juice on the street, fresh pressed sugarcane juice. There are juice bars as well, and there's a few vegetarian and vegan restaurants. Haven't been to those, but I know they're available. And yeah, it's just a great place to live. It's one of my favorite places in the world, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Also, the weather here. Blue skies like 90% of the year. Like even in rainy season, it only rains like a couple hours every few days. It's not it's not very cloudy either. It's it's always like sunny like year round. It's beautiful, and the temperature stays consistent. It's around like 90 degrees, 30 degrees Celsius like year round. Maybe 32, 33 is like the highest. And it gets down to like 27, 28 maybe. It's very consistent, and that's one of the things I love. At night, it's so peaceful. It's just great. Like I really don't have much bad to say about it. I've had such great experiences here. My apartment I'm living in, I did another video talking about the cost of living here. But the apartment I'm staying in here is about $200 a month. Very reasonable. Electric, it's like $20 if you use like the AC constantly. If you don't use the AC like me, it's like maybe $10. It's not bad at all. And you know, all the hotels here, they have like house cleaners that come once a week, which is very nice as well. And you know, that's just like a common thing here, you know. And she's one of my favorite people too. She's so sweet. And yeah, people just generally like are just high vibe here. Even during the lockdown here, like people are not like so attached to material aspects of life like you would see in the Western world. People are just like, it's just beautiful, you know. People are just happy for no reason, and you don't need to have a reason. So every day I'm out like as much as possible, and I just see people and I see the kids, and I love the kids here so much. They're so cute. Oh my God. And yeah, life is just, it's just a great place to live. Like that's what I want to say. So I think that's it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Peace and love, everybody. See you guys.